Good afternoon, or whatever time you're watching this video. I've been on YouTube a lot throughout several years and stuff like that. Who hasn't? Everybody goes on there all the time. You can get a lot of good information and get a lot of regular people like myself who have opinions that say what's on their mind and post videos and stuff. Um, but one thing I've been doing is doing a lot of research on moving. I've lived in 12 different states since high school, and I've did a lot of research before I moved to some places. Some places I just moved to and winged it. That's not always a good idea to do that. So if you are thinking about moving to another town, another state, or even another country, you definitely need to do your research to make sure you know what you're going to be up against. I'm currently living in Kalamazoo, Michigan right now. So I want to do a quick video on living in Michigan and my experience, the pros and cons. I'll do some positive stuff since a lot of people want to start with the negative stuff. Pro, there's a lot of nature. If you're into outdoors type stuff, there's plenty of stuff to do. There's 5 different Great Lakes. They simulate what it would be like if you were living near the ocean. So you get that kind of ocean feeling when you go. But of course, you can't really enjoy it until it's like May, between May and September. Those months are the months that you can actually go and enjoy it. Swimming wise, you probably won't be able to swim in Lake Michigan or any of the Great Lakes until I would say July or August, because it's really cold. Not like the ocean. The ocean gets pretty warm pretty quickly. So nature's number one. Number two, the job market has came back in Michigan, so there's lots of jobs. There's different pockets of job opportunities in Michigan. There's some areas you don't want to go to because unemployment in that area is bad. Like I said, do your research before you go anywhere. No matter where, even if it's just moving, 20 miles away from where you're living now. Definitely got to do the research. Number 3, I would say overall we have a good education. A lot of good universities and stuff like that in this state. A lot of resources and stuff like that. Those are 3 positives. Cons, I would say the weather. For some reason, Michigan is one of the most bipolar states when it comes to weather. You never know what kind of weather you're going to get. It could go from being in the 80s during the summer to down to the 60s or 40s. You never know. It changes really rapidly, especially like in April. April is one of the most bipolar weather months. Basically, you can go from being in the 60s, 70s and getting your shorts out to putting your pants and your sweatshirts and coats back on to like 30, 40 degree weather, snow. It's very crazy. That's why a lot of people basically go through a depression during wintertime. You're basically stuck inside a lot. You can just go out to go to work and home. There's not really a lot of activities to do unless you're really into being outdoors and being in the cold, which I am not that person. I'm an outdoor, sunny, sunshine. I can actually tell you that my living in 12 different states, I prefer the warmth, the sunshine, which that's why Florida is my favorite state to move to. So if you like a lot of that, Michigan is not the state to move to. The weather is one of the biggest issues. The other thing is we face here in Michigan is the taxes. You got your state tax, you got your federal tax. So at times they can get kind of high. We are just, I was reading the other day doing research and found out that Michigan new governor is wanting to raise the gas tax. So we will be the highest paying for gas when it comes to when you go into the pump. So that's one thing you got to take in consideration before you move to Michigan or live here or anything like that. You're going to be paying a lot for gas pretty soon. Um, I think another con would be potholes. We have some of the worst roads in the whole country. I mean, they are supposed to be using the money for casinos and for lottery and stuff like that, but to fix the roads, but it's not being taken care of. So I would say when you're driving, you definitely have to have some money put back to cover for potholes. Potholes are a real thing, and they will mess your car up. They will cause problems with alignments, brakes, tire wear and tear. So those are some cons right there. Period. I don't know. I just said period, folks. I do a lot of voice text to talk, so that's probably why I just said that. But anyways, this is my first video. I want to start doing several different videos. So if you would like, just hit the subscribe and look forward to more videos from me. Thank you.